About Global Lounge a little bit more. We didn't have much of an opportunity yesterday.
I think we're live. Are we live? Yes, we are. Hello,
Let's
everyone.
do this thing. Oh, I was kind of waiting for a countdown, but that's fine.
We're chatting, just doing our thing. It's like, oh, hi, everybody.
Didn't even see the button come up. Well, hi, welcome to day number 5 on the 5th day of Christmas. Jvology gave to me lots and lots of presents. This is the Jvology holiday gift giveaway. We'd like to welcome everyone and continuing the theme of giving and really looking forward to a new year and giving you the tools to do that, to really thrive in the new year, whether it's in your business, your health, your wellness, your relationships, every area. We have incredible resources here for you, thanks to our amazing contributors, experts who have given some content that they have been selling, have delivered, and now are offering to all of you for free by simply going to jvologygiveaway.com. And that way you can log in, scroll through, and find what you want, and just start filling up your stocking full of things and resources that you may need for the new year.
Right. And a lot of our contributors are members of the Jvology community, and some of them are brand new, which is really nice to see. New people jumping on board. So yeah, we've got a mishmash of everything, which is great because not only is it for business, but it's for personal as well. Right?
Yeah, it really is. And really fascinating. We've had about 4 days of interviews already, Corey, about 10 contributors every day. And just to get to showcase each person, spotlight what they do, how they like to help in the world, what their mission is, and really the impact that they're making, and being generous enough to share that with all of you and giving you access to, you get to work with them for free, see what it's like, see what they do. And you put all these pieces together and you will just be full of tools to move forward.
Absolutely. And with that, I'm going to turn my little notifications off. I'm hearing beeping and clicking and clacking in my background.
Good point. So you said you were doing some holiday baking this morning, Corey. What are you baking over there?
I was. Anyone who knows my Christmas traditions, every year I love to make what's called almond roca. And I try to make it and give most of it away. So otherwise that's a problem, but it's so good. It's so good. And it's in the fridge right now because it has to get all hot and boiling, and then put the chocolate on and then put it in the fridge. And then I break it up and deliver it to some friends. This year, I'm going to just, put it on their doorstep or in their mailbox with a little Christmas card. So I'm going to play Santa in the next few days, and that should be fun.
Oh, that will be fun.
Yeah.
Get all, put your jackets on, head out into the snow and go door to door.
And snow we do have here in Canada. We are definitely in the midst of winter, although it is a beautiful day out today. Wow. It looks like we have our first guest just hopped in the back. I'm going to call it the green room. There she is. Hi, Kay.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me okay?
We can. Can you hear her?
Yeah, I got this message flashed up that StreamYard was stuttering.
Oh, okay.
Have you had problems with it?
The first day or two, we had a couple of glitches with some of the video, not all of us, but usually logging in and out helps that.
Okay. Well, you guys sound great now.
You sound good. I think you sound good, Kay.
Good.
Welcome to the giveaway.
Thank you.
Are you in the festive spirit?
I'm really working hard to get there.
Okay. I understand. I think there's a lot of
part of the problem, the working too hard part. You got to let go of the work and just let the holidays sweep on in and bring you some fun and joy.
Yeah.
I know.
Lots going on. Well, welcome. First of all, let's just get going and tell everyone who you are and what you do, Kay.
You bet. I am Kay Wagner. I'm happy to be here with you guys. And I am with North Star Marketing, a company that I founded to really help companies and individuals with it, marketing their services. And so I've done that for a while. I've helped tons of companies make multi-million dollars with the marketing programs that I've put together for them. And now I'm focusing on helping coaches and consultants, entrepreneurs, and creatives to really focus on what it is that they want to do with their gifts, their talents, their expertise, their experience, and bring that to their market, to their target market in a way that is not so difficult and is easy. A lot of people think marketing is hard, and it can be, right?
Mhm.
But when you have a great program and you have a very, very clear message, what I like to call a message that is not squishy. Do you guys know what I mean by squishy?
Yes.
Right. You know that message that you get, that email that you get, or that sales landing page that you go to, and you're like, "What? I'm just not quite sure." And we all know when that happens, nobody buys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So squishy messages don't sell. And I really help people take the squishiness out of their messaging. So it's not my sole goal in the world to stamp out squishiness, but I do that in the way that I go to market with people and how I help them. So I'm all about people being really clear so they can get the money in their pocket because their message is clear. So that's what we do.
And that really makes all the difference in the world. A clear message equals
Hmm.
money in your pocket or money in your business.
That's right.
We can't overlook that. And we need to continue to check in and recognize that if things aren't going as well as we want, to go back to messaging. What am I
That's right.
saying? How is it coming across? How's it being perceived? And I know that's your specialty, Kay. Your team really helps people knock that out of the park and makes them, whether they're maybe seemingly small changes or really big aggressive changes, but
Right.
do
Right.
what it takes.
Yeah. And so sometimes being clear about something, taking the squishiness out is really, like you said, it might be a tweak or it might be going back to the drawing board.
Mhm.
And so whether you're making big changes or small changes, I think the most important thing that people need to realize, to understand, is when we write from the inside out. And the most important thing that you can do is to get outside eyes, to get somebody to look at it, somebody preferably who is in your target market who can
Yeah.
look at it and say, I don't get it. I just don't
Yeah.
get it,
Mhm.
and that's really going to market, doing validating calls, getting feedback continually. And you guys are all about the JV partners, right? So when you have JV partners, you should be checking in with your JV partners and saying, does this make sense? Are your people who have never heard of me, who don't know what I do, now they're getting an email from a JV partner, and it should be really clear. Like, it should be
Mhm.
dumb clear, right?
Mhm.
Like, you should just look at it and know. So I think that's really important. And the gift that I have, which is all about how you use email to, get JV partners to want to
Mhm.
work with you. Again, so in the gift, I identified 5 different types of JV partners, because not one, size fits all. And in that gift, there are email templates. So when you guys are looking to approach a JV partner, you have a template that you can use that will give you some guidance on how to approach them. And again, I would say just be as clear as you can. Test your emails, have somebody else take a look at them, and really make sure that when you're approaching a JV partner, that you are clear about what's in it for them, what's in it for you, and what's in it for the people, for their tribe, the people that they're sending it to. Because in the end, I think it's important to remember that we're all working towards the same goal, and that is to help people who are in the coaching world being coached or are coaching to really achieve what it is what we want to achieve. So I would ask you guys, so what do you guys want to achieve? I think you guys want to achieve the same thing we all do, right? Which is to get our message into the world, to make an impact, to help people, to really change, to be change agents, and to do it in a way, especially now when I think about Christmas and the holiday, in a way that isn't just about what your head tells you to do, but how you're moved by your heart.
It's a very good message. And as you were talking, I was thinking of, a confused buyer. If I'm confused, I'm not buying anything. Going back to your keeping it clear and not being muddy. I've gotten promotions and emails and things, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're trying to sell me. What is this?
And from there, if we don't say yes, then we're not able to step into the program or whatever it is that is being offered to have the transformation that we really need or have the potential of having. And we won't ever get there because it wasn't clear. The invitation wasn't clear that this is the person I need to work with, or this is the resource that I need to improve. And then we're not effective. And that's what I think what you're saying is we all have a message that we want to get across so that we then can help people transform. That because of the transformation, if we can't get into their world.
Right. I think one of the things that's really important today and always, but right now in the holiday season, and I try to do this whenever I send my message out or whenever I work with JV partners, is to remember, we all talk about our lists and, how many people do you have on your list? How big is your list size and all that? And what I try to remember is that every record on that list is actually a person. And every person counts. And maybe today more than ever, maybe this week more than ever, it's really good to know that we all count and that we all matter, because we really do.
Yes. That's a great message.
Yeah. And everyone to heart. Everyone to heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we do want to have a little bit of fun with you before we recap your gift. So it's time to share with you the fun question. To get to know
forgot about the part. Oh no.
But all right, here we go. For some reason, I feel like we asked you this one before, but I have no idea how I could even possibly know what question I asked anybody, because I've my third or fourth one of these with 60 people in it. But here we go. Okay. What's the craziest fashion trend you've ever rocked?
Oh my gosh, the craziest fashion trend? Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. When I was in college, we used to take jeans and cut them apart and make skirts out of them. And they were, I forget what we called them, but they were way long jean skirts. And I'm a shorter person, so I probably looked really, really bad. So I
probably walking like this.
Oh, that's a new one.
Have you ever seen their skirts? I actually made
skirts.
Yeah, you put a big V in the front of it, and it's crazy. It was a hippie thing.
I remember cutting the jeans into shorts, but I never did a skirt.
Yeah, very crazy.
A little more effort. Oh, that's fun.
Did not rock that well.
Fun. Well, I'm going to have Victoria pull your gift up one more time so everyone can know where to go and what to look for. Kay Wagner is offering the Crush This No Fail templates to enlist JV partners and quickly increase your list. So perfect gift. Everyone who is building their JV partners or even just stepping into this JV world for the first time, start with Kay. And what she's done is match something perfectly what you need to be successful in our community and in your business.
Yes. Thank you guys. You guys rock. You're doing a fantastic job. I always love being on camera with you guys.
Oh, we love having you. Thank you, Kay. Have a festive season, stay healthy, and enjoy your family. All the best.
Bye-bye.
I love the fact that there was a huge variety of people here today. Coaches, public speakers, all kinds of walks of life, and yet they were all able to detect the power that masterminds could give to them.
I think the power of a mastermind is really utilizing individuals, their wisdom, and their experience.
Meeting new, unbelievable people who are actually leading a tribe of movers and shakers.
Not only the caliber of the people in the room, but the hearts and the openness, the friendliness, the kindness.
The resources are here because Jay knows the right people, and he is the world expert in masterminds.
What I like about the way that Jay does masterminds is it's not sort of that traditional, you think you get a group of your friends together and you start just talking out ideas. He's got some really unique and creative things that he talks about.
Everything they said we were going to learn, we learned 10 times more, and he does talk fast, so bring your recorders.
You definitely don't want to step out the room because you don't know what you're going to miss.
The content is gold. It's just solid gold.
Every minute is crammed with how-tos and inspiration and motivation.
This is where you learn all the mechanics, the 1, the 2, and the 3. You learn the roadmap. You learn how to be a leader.
How to actually structure it, and the price points that I can actually charge to actually make a living out of this.
So being able to see someone who's run like 1.5 million masterminds is really cool, especially getting to asking questions around the specific situations. Like he knows everything. Like, it's amazing.
Jay is definitely the real deal. He just showered us with all his knowledge and all his brilliance for 3 days.
Jay is the most wonderful, authentic, kind, empathic leader I have met. He wants the best for us, and he really wants us to be financially successful so we can be out in the world and share what we know to other people.
He wants people who have a message to really take that message deeper, find a core community of people, and have a massive impact.
There's a lot of people that I've met here that barely even have a business and are walking away with, like, actually I know what my mastermind should be and who I'm going to target and where I'm going to find my people. And then people like me who have had a mastermind for a little while, I know how to grow it and know how to scale.
We should have paid a lot more money than we did.
Now I feel like it's possible. It's possible for me. Where I have to go, what I have to do to make my mastermind group up and running.
Getting to the grand vision that I want to accomplish is going to be able to happen by having learned the techniques and principles behind running an effective one.
There's a little bit of everything, and at the same time, it's all for one vision, to make sure that everybody here who comes to follow him becomes leader in their own ways, leader in their own community, and going to lead extraordinary lives while leading by example.
I recommend Mastermind the Millions to anyone who's trying to start and lead a group of people who are dedicated to making a change, making the difference.
Jay and his team are really good at helping us integrate and turn our passions into a profit that we can make a living at and love what we're doing.
Ooh, Mastermind to Millions.
Interacts and comes together and talks about their experience of our live events. And now we're doing that online, so more people have more access to us and to Jay and to one another. And we've got lots of great events coming up in 2021.
We sure do. And Mastermind to Millions is one we did this past year. Used to do it quite a bit. I don't know if we're going to hold another one in 2021. We don't have it in the books right now, but it's a pretty special event that people love. So we'll certainly keep you posted if that comes up in sometime next year.
Yes,
where will we fit it in is my question. All right. Are we ready to move on with our next guest?
I'm happy to introduce actually and meet Swanette. Come on in.
There she is. Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. How are you today?
I can't hear you at the moment. It's like...
Okay. Are we...
I can see that you're speaking, but I can't hear you. So something is wrong.
We can hear you. We can hear Swanette, but she can't hear us. Victoria, can you ask her if she could log back in? or check her if she has any earbuds or anything on her computer that might be getting in the way. I've had that happen.
Victoria.
I've had that happen where I'm talking, but I have earbuds, you forget you have earbuds, or the computer's volume is down or whatever. So sometimes it's a simple little thing like that.
But you can check the chat, the private chat, Swanette. You might be able to get our producer, Victoria, will help you out there.
Yeah. With that.
Yes. So this is our last big event of the new year, of 2020, as we're wrapping things up in our final couple of days. And it's going to be really nice to take some time off and reset before a full calendar of events that we have scheduled here at Jvology.
Jvology. Is yours you just have your sleeves rolled up.
I've worn the Florida version is on today.
I see that. The Canadian version is on today. I'm just grabbing something here while we're chatting. I have little visitors coming in. Can I get this? Can I get that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
There you go.
So if anyone as you're tuned in, you have unlimited gifts. Take advantage of any and all that you want. Use the link that was shared with you. Or if you are just stumbling upon us, be sure to come to jvolgygiveaway.com. All right, well, let's bring Swanette back and see how things. Can you hear us?
Perfect. Now I can hear and see you.
Okay.
Great.
I'll be right back.
I'm always told a restart, a reset, a relog in. That's usually what it takes.
Yeah. So always struggling with the technology, but I'm so happy to be part of this great giveaway. So yeah.
We're happy you're here. Thank you for showing up and sharing with us this week and offering up a gift. But let's start out, first of all, Swanette, just with telling everyone who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Swanette, and I'm an engineer who turned into being a mental coach and energy healer. And I started working in business for many, many years. And I have been in the situation like being close to burnout and understanding, okay, I really need to walk the talk. And so I made this huge transformation for myself, going more deeply into what is inside of me, what is really my gift. And I left Germany some years ago and went to this beautiful island where I live now. It's Madeira. It's a tiny island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that belongs to Portugal. And I restarted my life, and I really figured out, so what is essential for me, what I really want to bring out into this world. And so this is a point where I'm now, and I'm helping people now that are heart-centered and spirit-led, who are in the midlife as I am, and to help them to figure out what is essential for them, to look into the different areas of their life. If you look into the wheel of life, we have the family, we have the business, we have our health and friends and hobbies and our personal growth. And for me, it was really like, okay, I took this long journey to understand where I want to go, what is my vision, and how I can change my life that I have been in before to what I'm now. And this is giving people the shortcut of all the experiences I have.
So, Swanette, it sounds too that you help people work on balance.
Yeah, I have them on balance, but also to become clear about their vision. So we are starting the new year, we are close to that. And of course, everybody is having the New Year's Eve and all these kind of ideas. Oh, so for the next year, I want to get rid of 20 kilograms. I want to stop smoking, or all these ideas that they want to leave. But they don't have a clear vision about where to go. So to give you an idea, if you go into a taxi and you tell the taxi driver, oh, I want to leave this place, bring me to another place, they will say, of course I will do that, but where do you want to go? And as long as you don't give him a clear instruction, probably he will not move. So you're staying in the same place. So it's the same with your life. If you don't have a clear vision about where to go, if you don't set after that a strategy and all the goals, and also a kind of tracking system, if you are still on track or if you're going to a different path, that brings you back on stage, on track. But also the understanding what are the different milestones you can set in between to reach your big goal, and celebrating them, of course. You will never reach this goal, and you see a lot of people, they start for the first weeks in the new year, doing all the exercises to get rid of the kilos, and they throw away the last cigarette, and but after a time they're back in this old habit, because it is like, if you always have done the same thing, you will have the same outcome, which means that you have to.
I was going to say your taxi analogy is right on, because we have to give our mind something to move towards. You can't just leave a void or a vacancy of what you don't want and expect it just to disappear. You create intention and your attention on something different. It can become something unrelated, but you've got to keep the mind, that your thoughts, your vision moving forward to release something that you don't want to. So I love the way you've put that.
Yeah, of course. It is always like you have to be clear in what you want to attract. So it is first you have like the information and the vision, and then it comes in the energy, like you put in action and you tell it to other people. So like bringing it forward, and then what will end is like you have the manifestation, the realization. So it's always in the 3 steps. Yeah.
People. So Swana, can you explain your gift and who you think should take advantage of getting this from you?
Yeah. So my gift is Go for Your Goals. 2021 is your year. And as I already told you, so often we start with this new year having an idea what we want to change, but we get very easy out of track. And so this gift is really to understand what is the vision you want to create for the next year, and what is the process behind. So having a strategy, but also like a process of staying in track. And very special is that it is not just like there's a fixed modality how to go through, but also to become aware what are the synchronicities that appear, like people who are already in their life, or they will appear, or like what is the information that will come in that helps you to go to the next step. Like we often have these huge goals and we think, oh, perhaps we can't reach it. But if you break it through into little milestones, then you can understand, okay, I'm going from there to there and then to there. And after a while, you're you reach the big goals. So
yes.
Very special is that you have the idea, the vision, you have the tracking system, and you have support of the community and of course of me.
Yes. Oh,
what a great time of year to be offering this up too, Swanette. I mean, this is for everybody, for everyone.
Yeah. Everybody who wants to make a change, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Swanette, I know you're new to the Jvology giveaways, but Corey and I do something fun with all of our guests. At the end of the interview, we ask a different crazy random question to each person just to get to know your personality a little bit and put you on the spot just for a bit of fun. So are you ready for your question?
Oh, definitely, yes.
All right. What is the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
The weirdest food, I even can't tell you, because I'm now in Madeira, and every time I pick up a new fruit, I'm a vegetarian, so I pick up a new fruit, I think, I've never seen this before, I have no clue how to eat that, and sometimes there are things that looking like they can't be eaten, and so I'm really trying them, and you have this taste and understand, okay, this could be mine or not, but they are not really weird things I'm tasting or eating. So all fruits and veggies.
Nice. And it sounds lovely there in Madeira. Oh, I couldn't imagine what you see outside your window, or you're probably, just surrounded by beautiful water, and sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's paradise.
Wonderful.
Well,
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And everyone please take advantage of Swanette's gift and get that new year started off on the right track with a clear vision and focus. So thanks again, and look forward to seeing you around our future JVology events in the new year.
Thank you, Swanette. Happy holidays.
Yep. You too. Ciao.
All right.
Together.
She's on a little island that she said was part of Portugal. And here I am in Canada. What am I doing? I need to be on a little island in the middle of nowhere. No, love where you're at. I love it. I love being Canadian. It's all good. But sometimes, one can dream. All right.
Good. Well, let's that last little blurb was all about JVology Live. Go ahead and grab those tickets already for our February 3-day live event that happens online at jvologylive.com. And our next contributor has been playing with us at JVology Live the last couple times. So welcome back, Stacey Golden-Listock. Nice to see you, Stacey.
Hi, Stacey.
Hi, all you guys. How you doing? You're so festive.
We're pretty good.
I have my Christmas sweater on.
Nice. Yeah, what we should do is get kind of a goofy Christmas sweater to wear during this, hey? You look beautiful, and I love the colors. I love the colors. You. So, Stacey, welcome to the giveaway. Let's start out by telling our viewers who you are, what you do. Fill us in.
Okay, so I'm Stacey Golden-Listock. I'm a native of Southern California. And when I was growing up, there weren't too many natives, so I'm proud of that. My family actually is from Canada, so I feel like I'm sort of with you guys too, Canada. My background's been a financial advisor for over 30 years. I was a certified financial planner until 2018 when I got ill and had a little bit of a health issue that is now resolved. But at that time, I realized that I really needed to get my stuff together. And in that moment, decided that I would start buying workbooks. Did that, never got my stuff together still. So what I decided was I'm going to create my own course. And so I did. It's called Got It Together Emergency Info File. And what it's designed to do is to have everything ready in case you are to become ill and somebody else has to come in and pay your bills for you or take care of you. And also if you're to pass away, then your estate affairs can be handled very efficiently and stress-free for your family. Because in my practice as a financial advisor, I saw where people just aren't prepared. And I don't know what they're waiting for. Some of them are already kind of approaching 80 years old and they still didn't have just the basic stuff. And people are resident, they don't want to have the conversation. And you really have to have the conversation and let somebody that you trust know where all your stuff is and know what your wishes are. And when you have everything together, you have so much freedom in your brain because that little voice is no longer there nagging at you when you hear of somebody else's issues, when somebody else passes away or somebody else gets ill or has Alzheimer's. You don't have to say, geez, if that was me, not ready yet.
Yes. And wow, what you're talking about, here in Canada, it's still important, but we're fortunate even in terms of healthcare. I hear horror stories from people, especially in the States, that are faced with these massive medical bills that are unexpected for themselves or family. And then, so if you run your own business and you haven't, set up for this, or God forbid something happens to you, that just puts people into incredibly difficult positions.
It really does. And, people nowadays, obviously they live different parts of the country. You might not even have anybody close by that can actually come at a moment's notice to help you out. And so they're at a loss. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people where they're like 3,000 miles away from their parents, as an example. And then their parents all of a sudden have a fall or something. They end up in a nursing home. And nothing at home, they don't even know what's going on at home. Do you have a pet at home? Do you have, what medications do you need? They just don't know anything.
So do you help with wills as well as, is that part of your business?
No, so I'm not an attorney. So I calling myself a financial advocate. So my past life, financial advisor, certified financial planner. I mean, all of that information helps me to aid people, but I'm really an advocate to getting them to get all of their stuff together. And so it's in, bite-sized chunks. I have a legacy therapy podcast. I have a weekly podcast. And so that's the whole idea there, was to let people in on stories of like how this has affected other people's lives. Like, you don't want to repeat what somebody else has done that didn't work out real well. And so, so I'm giving like in bite-sized pieces so that you can actually get this done. We have 7 modules. And the first module is estate planning, which does include wills and trusts, but I'm not providing that. I'm providing resources for that.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Oh, you're muted there, Krista. I think she's asking you to share your gift. And who should take advantage of it? Can you do that, Stacy?
Yes.
Great. Yeah. So thank you for having me in this too. This holiday giveaway is amazing. I was looking through all the different options and they're all just fantastic. Wow. So mine is, I have this course called Got It Together Emergency Info File, and it's 7 modules, and each module has 4 or so lessons within it. And so it's meant to be done on demand at your pace, but when you're done with it, you've got your emergency info file ready to go in case something happens to you. So module 1 is what my free giveaway is. And I think when you can go in there, you can either text the word M1 free, it's all in there, or click on that link. It takes you to the same place, and then you will be there for module 1. Right now, we're in beta for this program. And so I am giving you the opportunity with another email or text or something. I can't remember what I'm sending you, but you do have the opportunity to get in the whole program for $5. And the reason why I'm even doing $5 at this point is because I want people in beta to have the full experience from the purchase all the way through. And so that's what I'm offering. You don't want the whole thing. You still get your free module. And that will come out in a link on January 1st.
That's a wonderful gift.
It really is. It really is. It's the new year is a perfect time to do a lot of different things, and one that's super important is those things that you maybe have been putting off.
Avoiding. A lot of people avoid
following Stacy's how-to. It just makes it that much easier to not make it feel so overwhelming and actually accomplish what you need to get done.
Yeah. You know what my inspiration was I did my podcast. So I started in with Doug and Strickland on their program. And I had never really done a program before like that. And it was like at the end of the program, I had a podcast. So it's like kind of like that. Like at the end of my program, you're going to have this done. And it's going to be such a relief and a gift to your family. It really is the gift that keeps on giving. Because if you end up passing away or becoming ill and you have all your stuff everywhere, you've created this massive mess for your family that lasts years and sometimes breaks families apart.
Right.
Yeah. So true. All right, Stacey. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that. And as you know, it is now time for your fun question of the giveaway. Stacey.
I'm scared. What is it?
If you could be an animal, real or supernatural, what animal would you be?
An animal. I think I would want to be a kitty. I think kitty cats are so cute. I never was really a cat lady until I became a cat lady. And I'm like, wow, I wish I would have I had cats in my life much earlier. I love cats.
Oh, nice. I can see that. I can see you being a kitty cat.
Yes. All right, let's pop your gift up one more time, so everyone remembers where to go. You're going to be looking for the module 1 of the online course of Got It Together, your emergency info profile by Stacy Golden-Listnock. Thank you so much, Stacy, for coming back again to the Jvology giveaway and being an important part of our community.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays, Stacy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
are better together. Jvology.com Global Lounge. The Global Lounge is really, I call it the glue that holds this community together. It is, it's a membership that people are on year round. It holds you together between each of the Jvology lives. Twice a month, we get together on Zoom, people from all around the world, hence the global part of Global Lounge. We get to hang out. Not only do we hang out and connect, but we get to some serious business, which is giving joint venture invitations to one another. And once you really understand and grasp what joint ventures are, how beneficial they are, then you're just looking for, all right, who can I share this with to find more partners? And that's what we are. Jvology is a community of business professionals who know, understand, are using joint ventures, are doing them, and are looking for other people both to promote and to give to. And so the Global Lounge is the perfect place to be a part of that. So you're constantly in front of an audience as you are, to share, to grow, and to find out what they're up to as well.
And it's a great entry point to everything that we do. The Mastery Elite Global Lounge is a great way to dip your foot in the water and come on in and just see what we're up to. Yeah.
Aaron's in the house watching.
Hello, Mark.
Charisse is up next.
Where is our Charisse? There she is, Miss Charisse Alexander.
Hello, hello. I love that commercial that we just had. Man, Michelle Nedelec did an amazing job with those commercials. They're so fun. They're super cute.
She did. I know. Every single one that plays, I'm just, she's very creative. Quite brilliant, actually.
Super
talented. As are you, my dear.
So glad to have you here joining us today, Charisse. You've been involved. Actually, you're kind of the behind the scenes hostess of the mostest when it comes to our Jvology giveaways, orchestrating and organizing, coordinating all of the contributors, which is no easy feat at all. So thank you so much for
it's a lot of work. Everyone who's a contributor has either had an email from you or spoken to you or had a text with you or had a conversation with you or something with you. So everyone, this is Charisse. And you're also, this is you. And you're also a contributor in the giveaway, of course, showcasing what you do. So why don't we start there, Charisse, and let's tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Charisse. I'm really annoyed by these light spots. So if you see me wiggling around, that's me trying to get my lighting right. Okay, so I'm a business networking coach, which basically means I love to help entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things in the world connect with other business owners who are also doing amazing things so that everybody can win. In this giveaway, I am giving away one of my favorite courses, and it's actually 3 courses in one. It's a bundle, and it's called a Conference Networking Bundle. So the first course is called Conversation Mastery, and it's all about how to have a conversation at a live event or a Zoom event, what have you, when you're meeting new people in a professional setting. I get a lot of questions where things like, how do I have a business conversation, or how do I have a professional conversation, or how do I present myself basically in a way where I don't look like an idiot? That's kind of the question under the question, right? How do I meet new people in a business setting without looking or sounding or feeling kind of dumb? Well, I've got you covered. Conversation Mastery is all about how to connect with people on that deeper level, kind of get past some of the surface level questions to see each other as humans. And that's really the foundation for having good business partnerships and good profitable partnerships, is meeting people that you like as a person. The second course is called Memorable. And it's all about how to stand out in a crowd. And that could be a literal crowd in post-COVID days, but it could also be a virtual crowd. How do you bring your personality forward? And the analogy I like to use is that everybody likes vanilla. Vanilla ice cream's fine, but it's not really that special. It's not super memorable. So if you're going to be an ice cream flavor, be Rocky Road. Be something where people are like, wow, I hate that, or wow, I love that. And so that's what that course is all about. How do you stand out with your own unique personality and quirkiness so that you're not just vanilla, you're not forgotten? The third course is called Magnetic, how to draw people to you. So, hi. Oh, it's everybody, yay. How to draw people to you without a word. So that's really about how can you make your presence be known without saying certain things, right? Because I know sometimes we can get caught up in like a special line or a special phrase or something like that. But there's actually ways where you can get attention in a crowd of people without doing any of that. So I teach all three of those things, the three power punch in one, where you can use that to really increase the ROI that you get from live events, because the power, I believe, is not just in the information, although that's really important. But oftentimes at live events, you can get the information from a book, from a course, from a podcast. The power of a live event is the connections, the people. And I know Krista and Corey, you guys will probably agree that that's what makes things like Jvology Live and the Global Lounge so special, is the community. It's the people you interact with. It's not just learning about funnels or learning about, it's not just the information. Right. So kind of the purpose of these three courses in this bundle that I've created is to help you get that juicy stuff, that yummy stuff, the good stuff out of live events, not just the information. So I'm really excited to be sharing it with you. I've just checked my stats yesterday and realized I've had hundreds of people go through the course at this point. I think 385 or something, which is a lot for me, and I'm really excited about it. So, awesome. Thank you. So you could be 386 or whatever I just said. That could be you.
Go grab it now. Go get it.
Go grab it now. So here it is. That's me. And it's just like a little kind of summary about each of the courses. Once you click to get instant access, you're just going to register for the course. It'll take you directly into the course. You bypass the checkout page. Lucky you that you're part of this giveaway. And then you can just start looking at it right now. And what's great about it is because so many events are on Zoom right now, you kind of take that pressure away from the physical presence of being in a place. So you can use a lot of these techniques and try them out, like from Zoom room to Zoom room to Zoom room, until you see what works. So that way, when we're back in person, you're going to be the expert.
Reading
that. Teaching other people to be the expert. If you're going to show up, you might as well learn how to do it the right way. There are too many people that go to networking events, go to conferences, are now showing up in, like you said, in Zoom rooms at events, and just don't really know how to nail it. And they're not comfortable, and they're really walking away with money on the table by not engaging, not showing up, not following up, and all the things that you teach people to do. So if you're going to spend the time to show up, then definitely take Sharice's course to know how to do it better.
Yeah, and if you're gonna come, if you're gonna be there, I would say truly show up, right? Be more than just a body in a chair, or like a face in a little Zoom square, or maybe you have your camera off so you're not even a face inside a little Zoom square.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. No, if you've spent the money and you've carved out the time, be a presence. Because I will tell you, my first Jvology Live, I went in there kind of not, and you guys know the story. I was really feeling sketchy about Jvology. I wasn't really sure what it was about. But I got in there and I started meeting people, and I was like, wow, these people are really cool. They're like my people. And I walked out of there with 5 engagements to be on different shows and podcasts and what have you. But here's the cool thing. People invited me to be on their show without even knowing what I do or any of that. It was because of that personal connection. They were just like, I love who you, and this is not me bragging. This is me saying, this is what you can have as well, right? They were saying this, like, I love who you are. I love how you are. I love your energy. I want you to bring whatever it is you have, your special sauce, to my community. And that felt really amazing. And that's something you can do too. Like, you can have that kind of resonance with the right kind of people where they're just drawn to you or they're repelled from you. Either way, that's a win.
Yeah.
Right. And
at least you're a rocky road, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Jay is always saying, don't go off and build your course in a basement and then work all by yourself and then pop up with this thing you have to sell and be like, hey, everybody, I have this. Because people will be like, who are you and why should we care? It's not about the thing. It's about you. Mm-hmm. So show up as you're building. Show up as you're rebranding. Show up as you're growing.
And ask for feedback along the way. I'll add that in, Krista. Like, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but that's one of my quirks, is I always cut people off. Sorry about that.
It's your segment.
But yeah, like to add on to that, like, you can get feedback about what you're building as you're building it, which can save you so much time and money creation. You can have people like, I know I've run titles by people like, oh, I think I'm going to create this thing and here's what it's called. And people have been like, yeah, I don't want that at all. And I'm like, whoa, good thing you told me now before I spent all that time and effort on something that nobody wants, but I thought it was a brilliant idea. And I can't tell you the number of times this happens, A, B, or C. And people are like, none of those, pick D. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. So like, it actually behooves you, it benefits you to be showing up while you're building. And then when you're ready to launch, people know you, they like you, they trust you, and they're willing to support you. And by getting feedback, that's kind of like a ninja trick. When people give you feedback and then you incorporate it, they feel like they've created it too, because they have. So they're more inclined to support you or buy your thing because they were like a part of making it.
Absolutely. Yes. That's one of my favorite things about our Global Lounge group, which of course you're a part of, is the Global Lounge Facebook group, which is a private group, because we're in there asking these questions as we go. Each individual is like, you know, do you like this image or this image, this headline or this headline? I'm stuck with this. What do you think about that? And we're there for each other, getting feedback from other expert professionals or people that may be similar to your target market. And exactly like you said, Charisse, it's an environment to do those engagements. And then what you do and what your gift is just really, really helping people get clear and good about who they are and letting that personality come forward and make the most out of every time you're out there, whether it's a one-on-one conversation or you're one of hundreds at an event. Charisse is the person to show you and teach you how to show up to be and have more.
And I can say, Charisse, that meeting you in San Diego for the first time, I absolutely, without a doubt, remembered you. And I met you in the lobby. I think it was in the lobby that we had a conversation. I'm like, who is that woman? Like, where'd she come from? So you walk your talk, and it again, it doesn't even, I don't even know. It doesn't matter what someone does. You remember who they are and you remember how they impacted you and their personality. And I'd even like to check this out to find out what you talk about for the nonverbal communication, how to draw people to you without saying a word, which is a skill.
And that one's kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like other than that, when you're not in a bar.
Probably not that. That's probably on the don't do list. You can just add that one.
I'm single. That might be on the do list. Maybe I need to do that. But post-COVID.
Yeah. And when you do this, you're fully clothed, right? Just checking.
Well, if you're not clothed, you don't even need all this extra stuff. That's like another strategy. The nonverbals are so important because one, it can draw people to you, which is just kind of fun because it's a little bit of a Jedi mind trick. But also it can tell you when people are disengaging from you as well. Because I talk about that in the course where it's like, yes, if people are doing, and I'll give you an example of in person. If you're talking in person to somebody, one of my strategies is to look at that person's feet, because where they're pointing will tell you how engaged they are with you. If their feet are pointing towards you, then they're really into what you're saying. If their feet are pointed away, not so much. They're kind of like listening to you, but also they're debating whether or not they should stay in this conversation, which is totally fine. And then if you look above their feet and their arms are also kind of crossed, or, you can see these other body cues, you're like, okay, this means they are completely disengaged. Right. I should probably stop talking. This is not working. So I either need to change the conversation or change who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And it's really great because it takes away the emotion of like, they rejected me, to being like, no, this just wasn't a good, they don't like Rocky Road. And that's great. Because everybody doesn't like that.
And what do you do if somebody's touching you with their feet?
Yeah, I actually don't cover that in the course. I need to add in.
Again, that's a whole other course.
It's time for your fun question of the interview. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Okay. What's the most ridiculous thing your parents did to embarrass you?
My parents were not big on embarrassing me. They were pretty hardworking, super busy parents. But there was one time I remember when I had to go into school. I got like suspended for something. I think I got suspended like once in my life. No, surprisingly, I never spoke in school. I was so shy as a kid. I never spoke in school, but I think I got in a fight with somebody or something, and so we went to we had to go in early to the principal's office and talk to the principal or whatever, and I had to wash my face, so I had crusts all over my face. So in the office with the principal, my mom's like, "Let me just get that," and I was just like, "Did you just put spit on my face?" That is so rude. I can't believe you did that. And I was in 5th grade, and I was like.
My boy would kill me if I did that. Oh my goodness.
But that's being a mom.
That's
so
funny.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Funny.
You got something on your chin.
Got something right there, honey. Don't ever do that. Just leave it there.
All right. Let's share Sharice's gift one more time so everybody knows where to go. The Conference Networking Bundle by Sharice Alexander. Sharice, are you in which category will we find this?
Lead generation.
Lead generation. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure having you. And
always.
Thank you for being our fabulous coordinator of this entire giveaway and working with all the contributors.
Yeah, you guys are doing an amazing job. And I love your host names. They're so great.
Well, thank you so much, Sharice. Have a great Sunday. Thank you for being here. Happy holidays. We'll talk soon.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, there we go. I'm still laughing, Krista. What if their feet are on you? That was really funny.
Well, stranger things have happened. So
I have a feeling that's pretty clear nonverbal communication if their feet are on you. I don't know. Let's try to figure that out.
So everyone who is watching, if you are watching a shared page, hopefully maybe you were invited by one of our contributors and you're viewing it on their page or in their group. If you click on the video itself or our Jvology name above the video, it'll take you to the original broadcast. And from there, if you comment, then we'll get to see your comments. And we might even bring you, not you, but your comment like this one.
No feet. I just saw that. I was just looking at that.
No feet on me.
There was another one. We adore Sharice. Yes, we do. We adore Sharice. She's an amazing lady. That was a really funny interview. That was cute.
Yes, we got to have a little fun around here, which we always do. I think that's another one of the many reasons people enjoy Jvology is it's right in the name. It's Jvology, the perfect mix of people, fun, and profit. And as Jay always says, it's in that order on purpose. It's all about people having a good time. And when you do all of that right, the money will come. So we do have a good time. And it's one of the things I really love about our community is we give a lot of entrepreneurship and solopreneurship can be really lonely. It can feel very isolating as you're, working, doing most things on your own, trying to find that one next client, that one next customer. and that just starts to restrict people feeling contracted. And so to belong to a community of people who we help elevate each other as far as our ideas and what to do and what's possible and what's new and how to have a good time doing it, and be surrounded by other people.
Yeah. And as you said earlier, running ideas past each other, doing some testing of logos or copy or fonts even, it's nice just to have the feedback, because you do kind of exist in your own little bubble, especially right now, people working from home. So it's that way to just, get feedback. And it's a wonderful community.
All right, very good. Kind of okay.
Yeah, I'm checking into who our next guest.
We're going to bring on the producer of this broadcast and our new team member, my new assistant, Victoria. Would you like to welcome?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Victoria. Hey, you've changed your background. Where are you now? Are you in front of your tree? Yes.
That's right. That's right. I need to go with your sets, and I don't have a white wall break, but I have a Christmas tree.
Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, boy. Victoria has been a saving grace and joined our team in the nick of time, or late, but we're glad to have you no matter when that we found you. And she's been producing from the background here, which is, what do you think? Is it fun?
It's really fun. I think, Krista, a couple of days I asked you like, oh my God, can I get also into the giveaway? Because I saw so many incredible gifts. I'm in Sharice's giveaway. Our next guest has a wonderful gift also. And I think it's been amazing since I get in, I got into the Jvology live, and it was like, hey, I am here. So let's do this and let's do that. And it's been crazy, but it's been awesome. I've met so many amazing people, and they have so much passion for what they are doing. I'm amazed, and I'm so grateful to be here.
Oh, that's great. That's I have to agree with you completely that the people in our community have a lot of passion for what they do, and that makes it a lot of fun.
And Victoria, I think Krista's very happy you're here too, to have your support and help, and somebody who appears to know like what's going on behind the scenes with technology, and like you're learning quick, and you're able to take on a lot of stuff right away, which is super helpful.
Oh, thank you, Korean. Yes, I am amazed that Krista had all these things to do, and she did them by herself. Like, one day I had to do these checking calls, and it took me all day long because, when you're ringing and talking with people, and I had to log in things, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know how Krista could do this and the other things she had to do and her own stuff and to be a mother. And I'm, oh my God.
There's a lot. Yeah. There's so much.
Yep. We got a lot of great things happening in Jvology. Jay's always full of both ideas, content, how to serve our community, how to reach out and help more people. And so it gives us on the team a whole lot to do. And so it's great to have you on board.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you guys are thrown in the deep end.
Yes, I know. But, I think that's not the deep end. That's just the Jvology way of living, because there's always something. I mean, maybe those who are not members do not know, but we have so many events and so many things going on all the time. And I think it's just the way of being. Yes, Cherise, I also love the Jvology community. And maybe you may think, first, I was also like Cherise, like, what is this Jvology thing? So maybe you may think that it would not be of any use to be part of the Jvology community, but you get so many different things and ways of thinking, and how people do their own companies and things that hey, could you do that as a business of this? So it's really great. I've been very happy since I started. It's quite crazy because we are all over the place with all those time zones.
And Victoria, talking about, being a community of people, can you share just something about yourself personally that others might not know about you, just so we can because there's going to be a lot of people here talking to you and hearing from you, and it's kind of nice to get a sense of who you are. So maybe something that you're passionate about or you love. I know you are big into animals. Anything you want to share with us that would give us some insight into who you are?
Yes, well, I am 28 years old. I am already married to a crazy, handsome guy that is just as crazy and workaholic as me. I love animals, especially dogs. And for some time in my life, I used to be a painter. I have here I used to be a painter.
Nice.
Yes, but
a little blurry. It looks beautiful.
And when my mom come to a certain age, I had to be like on a more steady income because I needed to support her with her mortgage and all those expenses that this adult life has. So I came into Jvology and some other projects that I need to be working all the time, but I feel great about it. I think working is the best way to find yourself because you get to know what you like, what you do not like, what you are good at. So it's been great. It's been great so far.
Krista, do we have a question for Victoria?
Well, of course, we can think of a question for Victoria. All right,
I think we should.
The old ones. All right, if you had to live on the moon or in the ocean, which would you choose?
I would live in the ocean.
Okay, so we're gonna do a rapid fire. I see how many I can think of, and then you give the answer. If it's a zombie apocalypse, are you going to fight back with a sword or a gun?
I would fight with a sword because I know my husband would choose a sword too. So I know we would cover one another. We are such a good team that I know that he would be covering my back and I would be covering his back, and we would be like, ha, ha, ha.
Oh, nice. That's so cute. Okay, if a spaceship came down from Earth, would you go with them to the new planet or would you stay here?
Stay here. I think we live in such a beautiful planet that we somehow come to ruin a little bit, but it's still so beautiful. As you know, I live in Mexico City and we got amazing beaches and forests and every kind of ecosystem that is here. It's so beautiful that I don't think I would go, like, for example, to Mars that just to see red sand all over the place.
Right. Good point.
She would stay. I think that's the first person that said they would stay. That's impressive. You got another one, Krista?
I just went off the top of my head from past questions we've asked.
You know, the one we haven't used yet this time, but I have a feeling that you are wearing pants, Victoria.
I always have.
But you know, on Zoom, how we're from here up, like, what are you wearing underneath?
I mean, I could stand up, but I'll just, where's my, oh wait, I should have gone the other way. Hold on.
Those look like pajama bottoms.
They're Christmas leggings.
Oh, that's cute. Ho, ho, ho.
Those are very Christmassy, Krista.
Very comfortable.
Yes. Oh, well, girls, it's been great. This giveaway, it's been amazing all these days. If people have not got into the main page of the Jvology giveaway, I really invite them. I mean, not because only Jay is my boss and he's paying my salary, but
but do it anyway.
Believe me, I would do it anyway, even though if he did not pay me. But this is an amazing opportunity. If you do not have a business of your own and you are just looking to grow from within or to find something new to add to your life, really get into this page. you will find over 70 different topics and themes that you will love. Bless you, Krista.
I tried to hit mute. I tried so hard. I couldn't get there. Sorry.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Well, thank you for that, and it's great having somebody else's perspective. And like you are, Victoria, somewhat new. You just within the last couple of weeks, but what a wonderful way to get to really understand who is in our tribe, who shows up, who's in our community, and a lot of these, some people are already killing it, and we're already when they met us, and some of these people met us kind of early on and learned what a joint venture is, how to put together their program, and how to put that together. And now they're participating with us based on what they've learned and how they're growing. So it's a wonderful way to get to see the quality of the people here in the community.
That's right, Krista. Well, our next guest is here, so I will take you to a commercial break, and then we'll have the amazing Wendy Pettis.
All right, thank you, Victoria. She's sweet. Okay, there we go. I was just pulling Wendy up, and I'm excited.
I'm ready.
Sure.
I always enjoy speaking to Wendy Pettis, so let's bring her
in. There you are. Sexy honey. Hello, Wendy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, great. So great to see you. One of our, you've been around for a while, but a new Mastery member. So congratulations.
Thank you. So excited.
Quite a ride together.
Yes, cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Well, we're so happy you're here joining us in the giveaway, Wendy. Why don't we get started and fill our viewers in? So tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Hi. So I am Wendy Pettis. I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy to be with everybody. I run a program called Sexy Money, and I teach women how to have anything that they desire by expanding their views, empowering themselves, and attracting resources, opportunities, and money that they did not know existed.
Yeah. How does one find the money that they did not know existed?
Yes. It's so funny that you picked up on that, because I used to just say that I help you find the money, but it's more than money. It's actually helping you to find yourself and the exuberance that comes with being all tingly and comfortable with yourself. But you asked specifically about money. This is not about deprivation at all. Okay. A lot of people think, I don't have the money, so I need to, cut back on cable or eat cat food or something like that. And that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is if, for example, if you buy gifts anyway, you should be using a program that gives you cash back. If you are not using your cable, you should be cutting it back. It's about knowing that you're worthy of having everything that you want and finding ways that fit into your normal life that you can do to grow your abundance. So does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And
it really does.
It looks like you work mostly with women, but we've been having this exact same conversation here, Jay and I. I went through the other day, I'm like, oh my God, are these all of the programs that we pay every month for? Because, there's Infusionsoft, there's StreamYard, there's ClickFunnels, there's a million. I think we have about 40 on this list. I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh, yeah.
And then beside it, it's like, this one's, even $6 a month. This one's $20 a month. This one's $12 a month. This one's, and so, he's like, every year I go through and I just kind of like, what do we need and what do we not? But it's those small little things too that in the end add up, right?
And you said, kind of a once a month practice. A lot of people don't even look at their money at all. Okay. And that I do a once a week practice, and I do a once a month practice. I do a 6 month practice and a year practice. I would just say a once a week. I do Money Mondays. And that is really looking at, what did I spend this week? What did I bring in this week? Just high level. And it helps you to be aware so that when you are buying that next shiny object, you might think, do I really need it? How did I get
Right.
40 things that I pay for every month? I mean, I went through and put on my whiteboard a whole list of every program I had bought, every, downloadable thing, every, like just thinking about it. And I realized I had bought some things twice. You know what I mean? I had bought the same category of thing twice. So then I was able to say, I really like this and I don't like this, or this is useful or not. And it's not about beating yourself up about all the shiny objects that we all have bought. It is about just being really empowered to take control of things and find space in your budget, find space in your life to really celebrate the things that you want to have and that you want to do.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit more about, like, how does that make you how does someone feel? Like, I imagine we're kind of getting to a place of a feeling,
it absolutely
of abundance, or
so very important.
Critical tipping point. I've been working on that for a couple of years, and that's the whole thing. It's the emotion behind it.
It is, and it's the emotion that got you there, first of all, because we learned things. We learned that money doesn't grow on trees. We learned that you do for others before you do for yourself. So I always give the example of, if you were to pay for something, invest in yourself, you might hesitate and say, you know what, it's too much, or maybe I could do something else, or maybe I could settle for something. But if your kid needed something, you might do things you never thought you would do to get that for them. And so I'm getting goosebumps because it's about, like knowing that you are worthy of having things that you want and that you desire and that you crave as much as, and I'm not saying neglect your children, but you're teaching them sacrifice that you don't want to really instill in them. You want to encourage them to have the things that they need and they want and they desire. So it's that first part of what we learned that got us here now. And then it's like carrying you through. And one of my clients just said recently, just 2 days ago, she said, "You're in my shower with me all the time. Every day you're in my shower with me." And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." And she says, "What I mean is I hear you say, find pleasure in everything." And it starts with that. It starts with, the soap you choose. The time it takes in the shower can be a 5-minute experience of let me just get this done and let me just,
or you're going through this terrible to-do list of what you didn't do or what didn't go right. It's
yes. Or it can be, let me smell this soap. Let me enjoy this satisfaction of the way it feels and noticing, does the soap make it feel sticky? Does it feel good to you? Because all of that and the feelings can set you up for whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to do. So it's about staying in that state. And then the third part is really taking a look at your finances and what's going on, like a real true look, and examining the feelings there and moving forward towards what you really want, not, beating yourself up about it or celebrating, like, "Ooh, I deserve something now." It's about like staying in that state of being conscious of what's going on and figuring out like, how can I bring more joy and pleasure into whatever I'm doing? So yes, the feelings are very, very important.
Oh, wonderful. Now, will you share with us what your gift is and who should who should get it?
Yes. So created this How to Afford Anything. It's really an outline of my Sexy Money program, and it's a 5-step path to sexy money. So there is a 5-step video money mini course where there's videos from me about each of the steps. And then there's an infographic that you can just hang on your wall so that you can look at it and glance at it and see, where are you in this process? And, when you sign up, you get some emails from me also. There's some information about how you can stay in touch. And I'm happy to talk this over with anybody. So contact me on Facebook, contact me on Instagram, and then, we can talk about it. But you'll be seeing more from me. So if you're on my email address, on my email list, you'll be getting lots of information about how this process really works, and it is really just 5 simple steps. And it's all about pleasure, nothing about deprivation. But you do have to do some work, and you have to get connected to some of the thoughts and the feelings and beliefs and ideas that got you to this point now. now. You have to figure out what it is that you really, really want so that you know where you're going. There's some habits that you may need to change. And so it's just a really juicy, juicy gift. And I was happy to put it together for this group.
Oh, that's great. I love that you're taking this positive approach to it. Like you said, they don't want to be put on a budget, or they don't, so it's the approach that you take sounds really empowering.
Yes.
Where you can look at it in a positive way and move into the right, both attitude, belief system, mindset to succeed with all of this.
It is, yeah.
The belief system is so important, Wendy, and I'm glad you talked about that, because nothing external really is long lasting until you address that core belief that you hold around worthiness, deserving, abundance, all of it.
Yeah. And I believe that there are certain things, you may have heard me say this before, because I truly, truly believe it, and I put it into practice every day. There are some things that we have learned that we need to unlearn. There are some things that we were never taught. We were never taught through no fault of our own, through no fault of our parents. Like, this is not about blame. This is just, I just don't know. No one ever taught me. And then there are things that we believe that we heard from somewhere, and we may not be able to pinpoint exactly where it is, but we need to question that. Like, why do I think that? And so between learning, unlearning, and questioning, I think you can get to a point where it's really your beliefs, where it's really things that can serve you. And then once you do that and you know where you're going, and we have to determine, what do I need to be? Like, who do I need to be? What do I want to have? And what do I need to do differently? And that, I think, is the core of my belief system, of what I'm doing. And I am a true, like, I put this into practice. A lot of people talk about budgets and expenses and income and all that. And I get that, and I do that. But I also think we need to think in terms of, what do I owe versus what do I own? And not just like commercial real estate. You know what I mean? I have a collection of baseball cards. That's worth something. You know what I mean? Or I have a collection of shoes. That's worth something. That's something I own. And I also owe, my friend $50. You know what I mean? So the balance between those things, like, this is money for real people. You know what I mean? This is money for real people. And so it's so very important, especially for women, because we typically earn less. We typically have less control. We typically take care of everybody else first. And this is really, really important. And it's really my life work. I love it, Yeah.
I think it's very important. It's very important. And the fact that you're working with women opens up, not to open up another rabbit hole, because we don't have that much more time. But in some cases, women are married and they let the men really run the show on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we have different beliefs, or we're taught different things based on being a woman. So I think there's a lot more at play.
Yep.
For women when it comes to all of this that can be dug into
absolutely
below the surface, and what's really going on.
Yeah.
So it's
and safe space when women get together. I have had people in my groups that have never said out loud some of the things that they were able to say in my groups, to tell the truth about, I couldn't pay the light bill, and my kids didn't know I hid it. Or I've never really looked at my finances like this, in a way that's safe and not shaming, and I when I filed bankruptcy, it was medical debt. I had $310,000 of medical debt. And
wow.
People think that bankruptcy is shameful also, and me, you guys know me. So, I would rather tell. You could never out me. You could never shame me. Like, I will tell the truth before you could put it on the news. You know what I mean? And there is a space for people to talk about these things, because we don't talk about it comfortably. We don't talk about how much we make or how much we're worth, because like, if I make $70,000, like, am I going to shame you because you make more or because you make less? That's really how it comes out. And I just, no shame, no guilt allowed. We are trying to move forward and have control in a really juicy way, and it is just really important to me. And I'm so happy to help and talk to anybody about this. And so I'm just grateful that you guys have given me the opportunity. And, I love you guys. I love you.
Oh, we love you too, Wendy.
All right,
Thank you.
Wendy, it's time for your fun question of the
Ooh,
giveaway. Are you
okay.
ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Which Disney movie or theme do you connect with most?
Let's see. I think the first thing that came to my mind was Cinderella, because I just, like I have family that I love and adore, and then I have family that gets on my nerves. And so, but just the whole like you can have a different life and a different experience. I think that's kind of what my first thought is, that it doesn't have to be the way things were set up for you, and you can have a different experience. I'm not all for the, shining knight come and rescue you and change, your life, but you can have some input in this as well, and just have a different experience than you thought was going to happen. So that's what I'm thinking right now. What a great question. Thank you.
Her grace and kindness is what, that's what you have.
Thank
And
you.
that's through the theme of Cinderella as well. And that's how she gets what she ultimately wants.
Yeah.
I think she fits you, Miss Wendy Petty.
Oh, thank you. Awesome.
It was great having you here, Wendy.
Such a
Have
pleasure.
a wonderful Christmas and rest up, because 2020 is going to be, 2021 is going to be an epic year.
Yes.
For us.
Absolutely. And everyone head over to take advantage of Wendy's gift, How to Afford Anything, your 5-step pathway to sexy money. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
I love you guys, appreciate you. And to everybody else who's out there listening, this can be your year too. So we're going to have a great time.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
Oh, it's time, is it?
I think it's time. I think we haven't worn anything this whole show. I might have to lower my chair. Otherwise, it just looks like I have ears.
So the 5-partner and 5-day challenge is coming up in January. You can go ahead and get registered for that now. If you have that link, Victoria, I believe it's jvology.com/jumpstart.
I have, of course, me and my paper.
She's got it.
There we go. There we go.
If I wipe out, if your reindeer gets run over, that's why. So the 5 JV Partners in 5-day challenge happens in January, as I just said. Go ahead over to jvology.com/jumpstart. Get registered now. That way you can get it on your calendar. Mark those days. It doesn't take much time at all to do. You get a video each day by email. Jay teaches you one small but very critical thing that you can do to get closer to becoming a great JV partner. And each day, then we open up our Facebook group, and tons of activity, tons of engagement. People are meeting each other and really connecting. So it's a wonderful challenge. People love it.
Yes, and it's a good time of year to be jumping into that too. There's so much happening in January, February, March. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to need a good break here. Good thing you have Victoria now, Krista.
Yes. And I know I'm looking forward to taking some time off over Christmas and enjoying and relaxing, spending time with my kids. And it's a nice time of year.
Do some Christmas baking.
Yes.
Do you do Christmas baking? So we talked a little bit about mine, but what do? You probably make like barley cookies. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Like there's no sugar. What do you do?
I got an Instapot for Christmas. I got it early, and so that's going to be on my to-do list, is to figure out how to bake things in the Instapot without burning the house down.
You're braver than I am. I never did learn how to bake in the Instapot. I hardly know how to cook in the Instapot, but what
I
you
don't think
said
I'll
about
bake.
take
No,
some
let me
time
think
to
dinner.
learn.
We're just gonna.
Yeah, take some time to learn and just make sure and follow the directions very carefully, because that thing scares me. It really does. And don't Google horror stories about Instapots, because you will not want to plug it in if you do that.
Oh, no.
So just warning you, because I did that and it sits in my pantry and I have like this, like
Pressure cooker. It's not a pressure cooker. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. All right, we're getting off track. Yes, we don't need to talk about my cooking because it's never a good story.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. We've got Susie Carter here. Susie Carter in the house. Let's bring her out. Hi.
Hi, guys. I love my Instapot. I'm telling you, it's a game changer, Corey.
Most people do. I know. Most people do.
It is awesome. Short ribs in there. That is like, because to me, that's the hardest thing to cook, and they are the bomb.
The few things I have used it for I have to say, have turned out really good. So I just got to get a little braver. But anyway,
and look how cute you guys are with your little deer ears. I love it.
Reindeer
You're so festive. Oh my god, I'm having FOMO. I didn't get that memo, ladies.
I don't need to tell anybody that these actually were purchased for my dog. So I just happen to be wearing them.
Whatever works, right? Whatever works.
Yeah. We're happy you're here, Susie, taking a part in our giveaway, and welcome.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Why don't we start out with telling everyone who you are and what you do?
I would love to. So I'm Susie Carter, and I'm the profit coach. And my clients gave me that name because I show them the money, make them the money, leverage money. It's all about the money. So I take that complicated thing called business finance and simplify it so we can make the now money now. And I help entrepreneurs build 7-8-figure businesses. And I make it fun because math is money and money is fun. Nobody likes to do the math, but we all love what money can give us. So that's my jam. That's what I love doing. That's my passion. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm committed that we are profitable. 80% of small businesses aren't profitable. Like, no, that does not make any sense. So I'm committed that we're all profitable and live in our dream because we deserve it.
And how do you make it fun? Like, what do you do to, because you're right, it's a dry, it can be taxes, money. And the other thing is a lot of people are in denial to handling that part of their business or their personal finances. So how do you bring some fun and joy and spark into doing that?
Well, I wasn't any different, Corey. I was the worst. I was so bad at my business finance. How do you run $1 million business and can't balance a checkbook? I was so bad. I'm embarrassed to say it, but I have to, because people need to know that if I can do it, you can do it. And so I literally would have to close my checking account down, go open another one. And finally my banker's like, what are you doing? I can't balance it. He's like, let's get you QuickBooks. Like, why are you making this hard? So I felt, running a multi-million-dollar business, I'm like, I need to understand this in a way that my accountants and CPAs, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a CPA, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a creative. So how do you make that fun? I created these spreadsheets that would tell me exactly what I needed to do. So for financial projections, I looked at people can manage units. Like I can say, Krista, sell 10 of these a month. Perfect. Well, if she sells 10 of these a month, maybe it's $2 million at the end of the year. $2 million might scare her, but 10 a month is like, I can do 10 a month, right? So really just having us look at it differently and create automated spreadsheets so that they can put the numbers in and go, ta-da, here's what you'll make. Ta-da, here's a game. If you want to double your income, here's the game we have to play. So because I work with entrepreneurs and because I work with creatives, I had to make it creative and make it fun. And simple, tangible things, right? I'm not working through complicated spreadsheets. Just like I built them for myself. And then clients were saying, Susie, can I have that spreadsheet? I'm like, well, it's not like a real CPA spreadsheet. They're like, yes, that's why we want it. I'm like, oh, perfect. I will give that to you then. So that's why it all started with me. It's all about me, right? And making it easier for me. And then realizing my clients were the same way. I thought I was the only one that didn't get it. And the more I talked about it, the more people said, Susie, God, you make this so easy. Thank you. We were making it way too hard. Only 1.7% of businesses in our country hit $1 million mark. That's tragedy. So my goal is let's get you there, and then let's get you to that 0.5%, and let's have profit while we do it.
Right.
Oh, great. So, Susie, I'd love to see what your gift is. Will you share that with us?
Yes. So it is called Our Path to Profit. And this is one of my favorite trainings, because I found that building my company, I would find a lot of customers, but they couldn't afford me. And I know a lot of my clients feel the same way. So we really had to look at fans aren't customers. People that love and adore you aren't necessarily customers. So I want to look at how many qualified leads, meaning they love and adore you, they're in your right demographic, they're in your right niche, and they can afford to pay you. And so this training looks at how many of those qualified leads do you need to hit your numbers, whether that's $250,000, whether it's $1 million. And again, math is money, money is fun. So making this really simple, really easy. And again, I share from my story so people don't feel like they're not sophisticated in this area. It's all where we start and then where we end up. So really planning out your $1 million business, your 5 million, whatever the number is for you, might help you achieve that. So I walk you through it. It's Bananaramas is one of my favorites my clients use. And then I walk you through it inside the training. So it is juicy, juicy, juicy.
Oh, that is so great. Path to Profit. And you do make it seem like it's fun and attainable. Is it doable?
So attainable. Right? When you break it down to the simplest form, you're like, oh, that's it.
It's breaking it down that is, I think, probably the most significant. And not just money. I think if you say, well, you're going to lose 100 pounds. Right?
Right.
Like, oh, I'm going to lose this many pounds this month. It's saving money is breaking it down to something that you can actually visualize yourself accomplishing.
Exactly. And once you really look at it and you start having that compound interest in your finances and you start saving, it becomes just as fun as making it. Right. So my first goal, I could make a lot of money, but I was spending a lot of money too. I like them shoes. And I realized I got to figure out how to save this money. Because you're not really truly a successful business unless we have that profit left over at the end of the year. So I want to have clients realize that and educate them on the whole holistic side of building a financially prosperous business and make it fun along the way.
Yeah,
absolutely. That sounds great. Very good. Susie,
I think sorry, I was just going to say, I think we have a question for Susie. Do you want to ask it, Krista?
Oh, there we go. All right, I am ready. My chat was stalled. All right, Susie, so we do a fun question at the end of every interview, and yours is, what is your favorite smell and why?
So I love lavender. I have it in those automizers in my house. It makes me feel like I'm in a spa. Put it in my office, and all of a sudden my stress goes down. Put it in my bath, and it's glorious. So for me, it's all on the experience it gives me, which is lavender. So that's my favorite smell.
Oh, wonderful. It's very good for you.
Yeah.
It really helps to calm the nervous system and has some beneficial properties.
It does. And I'm a hyper girl, man. I keep going till I'm not going anymore.
Picking up on that.
I'm like a little kid at night. I play full out during the day, and then at night I'm like, I'm asleep.
I was just going to say lavender. I use that to go to sleep. I love it. Just the soothing, calming effects of it. Good choice.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, let's take a look one more time at Susie's Path to Profit by Susie Carter. Jump on over. Make sure you grab this gift, and we're going to help you get on top of things.
Yes. And if you have any questions, let me know. There's one of my handy dandy spreadsheets and a video that goes with it. So you won't be confused. But if you are, just reach out to me. My goal is to help you achieve your dream and build your financial goals and desires.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Susie. It was a pleasure to talk to you. And you do sound like someone who would make it fun. So we all appreciate that.
And thank you for doing this for all of us. What a great idea. I love, love, love it. Love all the prizes. I'm like a little kid watching you guys. So thank you for being
excellent
leaders and creating fun in business, because business can be fun. It's those people that make it boring,
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you for being here. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Jvology Summit.
Yes, indeed. Coming up in February. Check it out.
Looking forward to that. All right. Well, we are rolling right along. I can't believe how fast this goes. Like I'm just looking at the time thinking, oh my goodness, we are close to the end of the day, but we are not done yet. We still have many great guests coming up today and tomorrow in the Jvology giveaway. So we'll be here again on Monday, 1 to 3 Mountain Standard Time. Join us.
Absolutely. And quick reminder, if you are watching this on a shared page, go to the original broadcast, just click the video till we open up full screen, and there you can comment, and that way we can see what you're saying. We might even bring your comment on screen.
Yay! Nice to see that. All right, so let's bring out our next guest, our next contributor, Carrie Vanston. Hello, Carrie.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
Doing great. I love that you're joining us for our festive style.
You look like two beautiful princesses.
With our little ears on.
And your little ears. Princess.
Princess. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. You look like Santa's helper down there.
Yeah.
Where are you coming, or where are you located, Carrie?
I'm in Austin, Texas.
Okay, nice. So you've got some heat going on, yeah?
We do. It gets a little tiny chilly and we go brrr, but in general, yeah, we have beautiful weather down here.
Nice. I'd love to go there someday. Well, welcome to the giveaway. Why don't we start out with letting our viewers know, tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Carrie Vanston, and I help executives and high-achieving business owners. I help them who are up to their necks in alligators. I help them increase their energy and their leadership and their mindsets so that they can achieve their goals quicker and with less stress. All of my work revolves around really giving people the opportunity to have a higher thinking, interact in more win-win ways, and to really embrace their leadership levels so that they can inspire people and bring them up. So I'm a speaker, and I do coaching, and I do masterminds, and my programs are around mindset acceleration for business success. And I also have a really wonderful assessment that I do that shows where your energy is under regular circumstances and where it is under stress.
Mm-hmm. And we all want to be more effective, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So it's hard to move forward effectively when you are feeling that being chased by alligators or bitten or afraid or uncertain. And, that's a really great theme that you've brought into your business. It really adds that visual and the feeling that goes and connects with how people may be experiencing their life and their business.
Yeah, those personalities snapping at you, those expectations, those frustrations, that sometimes feeling a lack of confidence. When I started worked for a forecasting company for a long time, and that kind of turned into people really wanting to not just forecast but to create. And so wrote a best practices around that, and that turned into a award-winning book about how to find small trends and make them larger and make businesses out of them. And what happened was I realized that a lot of people are just really frustrated because they don't have a chance to use their innovation and their creative skills. And they were just very frustrated. So I started helping around culture. And then I realized that culture is not enough too. And I got really, really frustrated because I felt like I was just putting Band-Aids on culture. And then I went through this 9-month coaching program that was just amazing. And it gave me the techniques and methodologies to really change that mindset. I know you guys were talking about money today. And really, it's like we have a thought, which leads to emotion, which leads to an action. And if your thought around money is, oh my gosh, I don't have enough of it, what am I going to do? Then your emotion is fear and, frustration. And then your action is to hide out. But if you can change that thought to something more like, I can get through this, I can do this, and then your emotion is more like, okay, let's do it. And then, you move on to whatever you're supposed to do. But if you can intentionally and consciously have ways to actually change that attitude to something like, wow, there might be a real opportunity here. What can I do to really take advantage of this? Then your emotion is excitement, and then your action is to get out there and take advantage of it. Like with COVID, those that are stuck in it, they really get depressed. But if you can think, what opportunities are here, then the emotion changes. And so the reason I became the alligator wrangler was because right after I went through this program, kind of using that and using my innovation background with the book and all, I put together a program, and I was, talking to this fellow about the program, and he said, "Gosh, Carrie, I just feel so stuck. I just feel so stuck. I've got bills coming. I've got bills all over the place. I've got a to-do list where things are falling out. My wife is mad at me. I just feel like I'm in an alligator pit."
Good analogy.
I can get you out of that pit. I can get you out of that pit by thinking differently. I can keep you out of that pit by interacting differently. And I can get you moving on from that pit by really embracing your whys. And I did. And that's kind of when I became the alligator wrangler.
Oh, that's great. Carrie, will you share your gift with us, please?
Sure. I have a leadership mindset wheel assessment. Oh, you've got a picture of it. And this is just this really gives you kind of a foundation on where you are, like the 8 leadership skills that, where you feel like you're at, because once you know that, then it's much easier to concentrate on where you want to go next. So for example, whether you're working with a mindset person like me, or whether you're working with a financial person, whatever, you have a really clear idea of where you're at right now. So the assessment is several pages. Looks something like this, and has a little test and a wheel and everything. And then the big thing is that then you can set up an appointment, and I will coach you around it. And the whole value is around $495. And I'd absolutely love to talk to everybody about their wheel and just really give you some ideas on how to get going on the 2021 and make it a really successful year.
Wonderful. Oh, that's such a great value and an important time to reassess everything. All right, so Carrie, it's that time where we get to ask you the fun holiday giveaway question of the day, or not the day, but for you, your individual question is, what is your funniest talent or untalent, or known as a stupid human trick?
Talent. Oh my goodness. What would it be? Well, I love to dance. So I would say I'm really great at dancing with 2 guys at the same time. They'll dance with me, and then they change partners, and it's really funny.
Okay, so in Texas, that would be known as what? Country dance?
Swing dance and country. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Where's my country hat?
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for being here, Carrie, the alligator wrangler. And make sure if you're watching, you go and grab Carrie's gift from the Jvology giveaway.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the Leadership Mindset Wheel Assessment, where the alligators lurk. Find out where in your life you're getting snipped and snapped at, and fear is wreaking havoc on your life.
Oh, she's got one there. That's good.
And even your picture in the background with your alligator has a Santa hat on.
Here's the minions
on your door.
Oh yeah.
Oh, on the door, yeah.
There we go. Hat there. So cute. So cute.
That's really
awesome.
sweet.
All right. Well, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you, Carrie, and we will see
you guys.
in the new
Thank
year.
you, Carrie. Take care.
I like the sheet.
Global Lounge. We're back.
Right. Yes. Global Lounge. All right. Well, speaking of great people who are really playing full out of Jvology, mastery member means you're in mastery, you're in Global Lounge, showing up, has a podcast, is a wonderful, wonderful big heart would like to welcome to the show Tiffany Cano.
Where are you, Tiffany? There she is.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi.
I'm here. Merry Christmas. I love your Santa hats.
Thank you. Where's your Santa hat?
In a box.
You are wearing red, so that counts.
I couldn't put up my virtual background with all my Santa decorations, but we'll have to just embody it.
You know, I decorated just for this. That's not 100% true, but we are definitely in the spirit. And one of the things that's helping is giving away all these great gifts. Thank you for taking part in this giveaway and being a contributor, Tiffany. Always appreciate having you here. And why don't we start out telling our viewers who you are and what you do?
Well, my name is Tiffany Cano with Highly Perceptive People Academy. I have been getting paid for healing since I was 8 years old. I've trained with a lot of different healing masters from around the world to hone and refine my skills. I absolutely love, love, love healing. My gifts are to see what's in the subconscious that has been blocking people from greater health, vitality, money, healthier, loving relationships. And more recently, I've been doing a ton of health and wellness healings, especially for COVID. So with God's blessings, every single person who has had COVID that I worked on has recovered.
Oh, wow. What do you do, Tiffany? So when you say you do healing with them, what type of modality are we talking about?
Well, though I've been trained in many, when it's COVID, I do a pranic healing protocol. It takes about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's recommended to do it a couple times a day for 2 upwards of 8 days, depending on their severity. But everyone's been recovering, which has been awesome. I also have essential oils that I recommend for them too, for additional support and healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds fascinating. So go ahead, Krista. Oh,
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you, darling. You got your mute on. There we go.
I just was also going to recognize the meditations that you do and the healing for the planet, for the world, as you know, as these different like political spikes and the energy and all of these things that have been happening throughout the year. You're there. I see you doing Facebook Lives and gathering people together and really energetically helping to elevate the energy of the planet.
Yes, thank you. Yes, the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month, I do Blessings for Humanity and do a group healing after that. It's free. I have a Soul of an Empath podcast that goes out about once a week. I have a Knowing You show where I interview my empathic, sensitive, intuitive, soulful, wonderful, community members. And I'm a moving and a shaking. I'm shaking my jingle bells.
Yep. And you have a gentle, soft, welcoming energy about you, which I think for someone who is in the healing business, or just that, like you said, you've been doing this since you've been young. So I believe it's something that really you're born with, like it comes from within you. It's a harder thing to learn how to do. I mean, people can learn how to do it, but there's people like yourself who just have that innate ability.
Yes, I was born this way, but I've also spent like $500,000 on training to hone and refine and just get better and better and better and see people's blind spots, see what is underneath the surface that they don't even realize has been playing on a low volume and totally messing up their life and their goals and their intentions. And we go in and we lovingly see it and invite them to release it. And I use one of
Tiffany, will you share your gift with us, please?
Yes, I am offering my money magnet program. So it's 20 minutes of prosperity healings for 20 days in a row. And every single day has a different topic and a different thing to heal. So we come at the money, challenges from all these different ways, like 20 different opportunities to clear that interference and subconscious blocks and things that have been in your blind spot affecting your money space. So things like clearing out scarcity and poverty consciousness and former vows of poverty and money is evil and whatever negative thoughts that you didn't realize you've been holding on to, or imprints that you soaked up from your family or culture or environment. And I think now with COVID, there's been so many things that have been triggered that this is perfect to listen to now and even beyond this. I mean, I have clients that play it like on a loop, because they just go deeper and deeper every time. And I love this work.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it really shows. It really shows you are genuine and genuinely gifted and skilled, and appreciate the work that you do.
My pleasure.
Wow. Well, good. Are you kind of settling into this holiday space of relaxing with some of the just playing a bit?
Yesterday was my first day off in weeks because I've had just really intense healing cases, and a lot of them were COVID or ICU, and so I'm now like today getting into more of the holiday spirit. And yesterday was like my official first day off, and we did an all-day Christmas meditation. They do one with Self-Realization Fellowship, and it is beautiful just to like bask in that universal Christ consciousness. And that was replenishing.
I would need help because I can meditate for a short amount of time, but all day, I don't know.
my longest is like 18 hours right now.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yep.
How do you even do that? Oh my goodness.
Practice, training.
Yeah.
But also the meditation techniques that are taught by Paramahansa Yogananda in Self-Realization Fellowship, they've helped me to be able to meditate deeper and be still and not move. And I contribute the ability to do the longer meditations to that training specifically, because I've been trained in a lot of modalities, and that one really fits.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful,
Nice.
wonderful. Well, Tiffany, you ready to have a little bit of fun with us with the question for the Jvology giveaway? Your question is, what interesting skill would you like to learn?
There's so many.
I know.
I was prepared for the other one. Other question that I thought you might ask.
We could ask you an easier one if that one is.
Well, I'm such a education buff. Like I'm always learning and growing. So every time I'm interested in something, I just like do the training or read the book or intuit it, and it's there. I'm like, what do I want that I'm not already doing?
Okay, then if you could sing any song in karaoke, what would you sing?
I love karaoke. I used to have a karaoke machine.
What was your star song? What did you sing that people would be like, oh my God, Tiffany, you should take up singing for a living?
I had a genre of just, I would say, a variety of songs that just fit my mood. Like if I was feeling love, I'd sing I Will Always Love You. If I was feeling angry, I would sing song if I was feeling, like whatever my mood was, I would just pick a song that fit that.
Got it.
Good. Well, thanks so much for coming out to participate and, of course, contributing with your gift in the Money Mastery program. So make sure you take advantage of Tiffany Cano's gift on the page. And lovely to see you. Enjoy your holiday. There it is, the Money Magnet program. And get some rest. And we will see you in 2021 with lots of great events coming up.
Yeah, take some time off, Tiffany, and happy holidays.
Thank you. I have an online Christmas party in a couple of hours, so that'll be like.
That'll be.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Go enjoy. Thank you for being here.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm sticking out all over here. So Charisse is going to join us for the last
everybody.
Hello.
Hello. And I don't have a great hat to wear, but here's what I did do. And I already wore all my Jvology shirts this week, so I don't have a clean one for today. But here's what I did do. I am wearing my only Christmas outfit that I have. It's a snow globe with Captain Picard inside. And he's saying, make it so, because his tagline is make it so. So that's something I got from the Star Trek T-shirt of the Month Club. I recently joined, and I'm loving it. So
you are a Star Trek, crazy person, aren't you?
A little bit. I didn't know I was this obsessed until I started my podcast about Star Trek, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I love this.
So tell us a little bit about the podcast about Star Trek. Like, how do you link that into what you do for a living?
I don't. It's not at all linked into what I do.
Okay.
That's not totally true. So I have a Star Trek, a podcast about Star Trek.
Yeah.
That is my practice, kind of passion podcast. That's not strictly business. And the way we are growing the podcast is through partnerships. So we're partnering with other podcasters. We're partnering with people who have large Facebook groups full of fans.
Yeah.
We're partnering with different companies that would service kind of the nerd world, like the T-shirt of the Month Club.
The nerd world.
And that's how we're growing our show is through using partnerships. So that's kind of how I use what I do in business to grow something really fun. But the show itself is, just strictly about Star Trek. It's not about business at all, which makes it really awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think I might have to listen to an episode or two.
Yeah, I give you some recommendations for some of our most popular shows.
I hate to say it, but I'm not, I'm not as into, house full of boys. So 2 kids, Jay, they like the Star Wars, Star Trek. Right now we're watching on Netflix, Lost in Space. Have you seen that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen the latest iteration of it. I've seen like the movies and the redo of the movie, but I don't think I've seen the Netflix one yet.
Yeah, it's like a series. And, the alien robots are coming and they're trying to get off one planet onto another. And I'm like, this is totally not realistic.
Oh my gosh, guys, there's not going to be any alien robots. That's so not real.
Well, what's funny is last night I finally got into it a little bit. I was like, because there's a whole story with the Robinsons and the family and everything. And I started to get into it, and then it ended, and Jay's like, okay, well, that's the end of season 2. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. No,
I finally got into it, and now it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the beauty of sci-fi. It's kind of what I was saying earlier for any people who are still watching. So glad you're still watching from earlier. When I was here, I was saying, like, you're going to be an ice cream flavor. You want to be Rocky Road. You want to be something that people are like, oh, that's so good. Or people are like, I can't relate to that at all. That's what you want. And so that's kind of what I love about having a Star Trek podcast and being a Trekkie myself, is that it's very hot or cold. People, when they hear about it, they're either like, oh my gosh, I love it too. Let's talk about the characters and all these, the plot developments and all these things. And I can go on that for days, obviously. I have a show about it. But then other people like you are just like, I have nothing to do with that world. And it's wonderful. It's like so cut down the middle, right? It's very either or, but either way, it's pretty memorable. So
absolutely.
You guys might want to start your own show. Just saying.
We might. Well, I'm glad you're here to join me for the end of today. We actually have one more guest coming, and we have a little bit of space to fill. So what do you want to talk about? What should we talk about?
I was thinking, I mean, we could always talk about Star Trek, don't get me wrong. But I was thinking we could also talk about some of the upcoming events that we have with Jvology. So like Jvology Live and like our 5-day challenge, which I think our 5-day challenge is happening in January. Yeah, I think that's the next thing.
January 18th, the Jumpstart Challenge. 5 partners in 5 days. There's the website, jvology.com/jumpstart. And, you know, people come into that. Well, you get 5 partners in 5 days, at least 5 partners in 5 days. Have you done it? Have you done the challenge?
Yes. Okay. I've done the challenge 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Yeah. But the first time I did it for real. The other times I was just kind of like half in, half out doing a million other things. But I wanted to talk about my experience with the challenge, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the first time that I did the challenge, like I really went all out. I was, I'm a teacher in my 9 to 5. And so it was during the summer and it was during our spring break. So I was like, free time, woo, I'm going to be on Facebook. So I was really, really into the challenge. And what was great about it is Jay kind of walks you through step by step how to get partnerships in a way that has a really good grounding. It makes you feel good. Everybody wins. It's not a desperate, needy, clingy, creepy kind of thing that I've experienced in some other communities. And so as you're going through, you're kind of like getting to know people. You're seeing what they offer. You're seeing what they post. And you're like, okay. And so I knew I was going to come out of that 5-day challenge with at least 5 people booked to talk about potential partnerships. Like I was confident just with who I was talking to and how I was engaging in the community. I think I ended with 24 calls.
Oh, wow.
After that first 5-day challenge.
Yeah.
And that was too many calls. That was like way too many calls. Because remember, I was on spring break during the challenge. I was not on spring break after the challenge. So I had like all these calls and it was like really exhausting, but so cool because I met so many amazing people. And then the next challenge, which happened several months later, I only sort of participated in, right? I was back in school or something. And so I kind of was like poking in and being on the post or whatever. And I think at the end of that challenge, I had like 12 people who wanted like 12 calls scheduled. And that was with me barely trying because it was like residual from the first time when I really tried.
Right.
So all that to say is like, if you come and participate, you will walk out with at least 5 partners. If you come and play full out, who knows? Who knows what you could get? And my numbers were not like high numbers by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about how amazing that is. And it's only 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a great example of, you know, minimum 5 partners. And you killed it. Holy, good for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it does also depend on kind of where you are in your business. Like maybe you're not ready, that you don't have anything you want to JV on just yet. But even that's okay because you can still schedule partnerships. Like you can still schedule calls with potential partners for when you're ready. And starting out, you can support them, which is so much more valuable than you saying support my stuff is for you to support someone else's stuff. So it's really good all around.
For sure. Oh, thanks for sharing that. We also have Jvology Live coming up in the new year, February 17th to the 19th, and virtual again, you know, until all of that changes. But the translation from live event to virtual event for Jvology Live has been really successful and great feedback. So that is also jvologylive.com. You can register with a regular ticket or a VIP ticket, which includes a whole bunch of extra stuff. And yeah, that's a real fun event too, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's really great. And I actually love the online version because I can like get snacks when I want to. And just I don't know. I know. Like, I can just kind of get my snacks and like not miss out on what's going on. And the breakout rooms are really great because And one guy pointed this out to me in our first JVology Live online, was that, wow, I'm mixing with people that I wouldn't mix with in person, because I'd be in my comfort zone in person. I would stay at this table with these friends. But because it's online, it's just randomly you're thrown into a room, and now you're mixing with other people you might not have gotten to know before.
Yeah. Yeah. That part of it, the feedback really surprised me. I was saying this to Krista earlier in the week, because I run the coaching zone for JVology Live, and I'll have people come in that they're like, I was really nervous about this, and I'm always nervous going to live events and meeting people. This has been really easy for me to reach out to the people I want to talk to, and exactly that feedback. Like, they don't feel like they're interrupting a group conversation or whatever. I think there's a lot of value to be had in what we're learning in virtual events. So that's been really cool to see, because we were like, oh my God, how's this going to go? An event that relies on networking, but it happens and it works and it's powerful. So very good. All right. I think we have Coach Carl here. Should we bring him in? There we go. Let's start.
Hello. Wow. Coach Carl. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Is there any way you can put a light on your face?
Yeah, we're having trouble seeing you. There we go. There is a light there, but excellent. Yeah. Great. How are you doing, Carl?
I'm doing good. I just came back in from the grind, so had to jump on and talk to you guys today.
Right on. And whereabouts are you located?
I'm here in Chicago.
Chicago. I'm here in Chicago. Nice. Well, welcome to the giveaway. We're happy that you're here. Carl, why don't we start out with letting our viewers tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm a self-development coach, and what I've been doing is teaching people how to do public speaking. I've been on television for actually 22 years in November. And the best part about it is I like taking people who didn't know they could do it to the point that, oh, yes, I can do it, and now I can help somebody else, whether it's sales or giving presentations at work or whatever. I love doing that.
Fantastic. I'm just, here we go. I'm trying to pull up Carl on the giveaway page. Victoria, do you have him up there on the giveaway page? Okay, we're having trouble finding your.
No, that's my fault. Like, that's one of the things I did last time, is that my technical person didn't put my giveaway together for me.
Oh, okay. Well, then, you know what? And why don't we just have you talk about it? Do you have something that that people will be able to access that you'd like to offer to our viewers?
Well, actually, what I'm giving them, the best gift ever I could give them is actually my time.
Mm-hmm.
I was young entrepreneur in the business. First of all, people think sales is being able to talk a lot. And what I did actually at the beginning is actually talk myself out of the sale. Part of being a speaker is learning how to listen. And so that's the gift I'm giving a person. I'm giving them 35 to 45 minutes to let me know how they want to master their money, how they want to master their business. Once you're able to do that, then you can take it into sales or even into personal relationships. But the ability to listen and to tailor that back to the person, to let them know you know how they feel and you know exactly where they're coming from.
Right.
Okay, that's awesome. So help us picture this call a little bit better. Who would be perfect for this call? Who are you looking for as a good person to start coaching?
Well, I like to deal with the people who actually got hit by COVID and they said, oh my God, I can't go knock on doors. Some of them glad, because I remember I had to knock on doors, or I have to make phone calls, I'm afraid. Well, you're in the best position ever, because I can train you by phone or by Zoom to tell you exactly what to say, how to say it. And as we practice, you become more comfortable. And the best thing to do is be able to say it. I'm trying to think the best way my pastor put it. When you internal a message, then you can give the message. Like my son was talking about that he was so glad that I raised him. Like, oh my God, how do you feel when somebody says that? But basically what he was saying, he loved the way that I taught him. And so, to me, the best person who's ready for the gift of my time is a person who has all the time in the world right now, but realize, you know what? This is a new era. This is a new medium. And I need to be able to master Zoom, and I need to be able to master phone calls. So therefore, I'm a sales agent. I can't go knock on doors. I can't call, but Zoom is available. So in the 30 minutes that I take with them, I'm gonna help them tailor their self. Because if the person believes in who you are, then they'll believe in the product. So a lot of times people have gifts and talents inside themselves, but they're so busy, and I hated that when I first started in sales. They gave you a script, and then we didn't know what we were saying or why we were saying it, and then people hung up on us because you sound like a robot. Sure that you use your gifts and talents in flowing with who you are. And one thing I've been doing lately, I started on another weight loss program, and I'm glad to tell people about it because I'm excited about it because it's working for me, and I can tell you about it as opposed to, oh, let me show you this. I think it's going to work. No, I know it's working for me. And when you get excited about the product or service, then being able to tailor your words and tailor what you need to say to the person, you're in the perfect position. So this is the best time. So when things open up, if it ever do, next time you knock on that door, see the person in person, it's going to feel like you've already done it because we're going to practice. Practice don't make perfect. Practice makes good. It makes better. And when you're human and make a mistake, so you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but what I was trying to say is this, as opposed to running past it. Because a lot of times people don't realize that it was funny when I was selling True Green Grass service, this lady knew exactly what the script was and she threw me off. She's like, what about this? What about that? I had nothing to say because she knew everything that I was supposed to say to her. But the next customer, when she brought it up, I was like, great, but this is the reason we do that. I'm glad you said this is the reason we do that. So knowing the reason you do something instead of being a robot really helps the person, makes the customer feel comfortable. Let me ask you, ladies, what about when you go to the department store? When they said, how can I help you? First thing like, I don't know. No, you say no automatically. But if they came up to you and say, I know you're looking for something and I really would like to help you. What can I help you with? That's a different approach as opposed to.
For sure. Yeah. How you ask the question, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and the spirit you're coming from. So it sounds to me like someone who would be perfect to talk to you is someone who's in direct sales. Sounds like you're making me picture you have a lot of experience with that kind of like direct selling expertise, which I know a lot of people, at least in the online business world, might not have those skills.
Yeah, I cut my teeth on being on the phone. I took over 35,000 phone calls working with the billionaire Kevin Trudeau with the infomercial. Then on doors here in Chicago with 17,000 doors. And the thing is, a lot of times, first of all, you're interrupting people. They don't like to be interrupted. But if you have a right attitude and acknowledge, you know what, I'm knowing you're busy right now, and I think I can help you, supposed to, hey, this is what we got.
Yeah.
If you have to look friendly at the beginning, because people be looking out their window like, oh no, here he comes. You know, one time she put a dog on the porch just so I would knock on the door. So you never know what you're gonna come across. And sometimes, and it's even said in the Holy Scripture that a soft answer turns away wrath. Like, I don't want what you got. Well, you know what? I'll come back at a better time. And they said, well, sir, I apologize. This and that happened to me. So no doesn't mean no. It can mean not now.
Right.
Not personal. They're not saying no to you personally. They're saying no because of what's going on in their life right now. Like everybody, So being able to come across with that sweet, genuine spirit because you genuinely care. And that's what my gift is for those who want to sell and present, but a product and service that they believe in.
Absolutely. And Carl, if I can recap, the gift that you're offering then is your time, which is very generous. So a coaching session with you for, I think you said 45 minutes.
Exactly.
If you can get that gift on the jvologygiveaway.com website real quick so people can take advantage of it. We also have tomorrow, right, Charisse, where we're going to be, the giveaway is still open tomorrow. So we want to make sure that people can connect with you and take advantage of that. And Carl, is this your first giveaway with us, the Jvology giveaway?
Last year.
Oh, you did last year? Okay, so are you?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not familiar. Then at the end of our interview, we ask just a question, kind of to get to know a little better. Do you want to ask the question, Charisse?
I would love to. Yeah, I get to ask the question. Okay, so your fun question, Carl, if you're ready to answer it, is if you were an Olympic athlete, what sport would you compete in?
I would compete right away. The first answer that came to me was long distance running.
Nice.
Because that's sales, you have to practice, but you still have to pace yourself and take your time. And you can't take off too fast because you'll run out of gas.
I love that. That was the perfect answer. to top off what you've been talking about and what you specialize in. And take it from me, I was a runner and that sucked. Like that was not my thing. So I love that was your answer. Thank you so much, Coach Carl. And I know we're going to get your gift up on the page as soon as we can so people can take advantage of a coaching session to learn more about sales. So this is the perfect day. If you're watching today, you know, we've had a lot of guests today talking about money matters and money mastery. Sales is a big important part of that. So be sure to jump over to the Jvology. Can you put that link back up, Victoria, for where they can go to get the gift? All the gifts, 70 plus
Would it be okay?
gifts.
Excuse me, would it be okay like if you guys until I have you put up like my phone number, my email or something for me?
Yeah, go ahead and fill out the form and post, and that should pop back up. It should pop onto the gift page kind of magically once it's all filled out.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
we'll have to do it on the gift page, but put anything in there where people can reach you. And and they'll make sure and be able to contact you through there. Thank you so much.
It's been a fun session because it happens when you go sell people. You have two people talking to you. Husband and a wife or a friend or friend. Why is this? Why is that? But being able to have confidence what you want, you just let it flow. I love the rhythms together.
Thank you, Carl. Thanks for being here and happy holidays to you.
All right. Thank you. Same to you.
All right. So, Charisse.
We've come to the end of a lovely day. This has been day 5 of
interviews. We got one more day tomorrow. Yeah, 1 to 3 Mountain Standard Time. We'll
be here or be square. Come to the Jay Cassette page so you can see tomorrow's lineup of interviews from 1 to 3 Mountain. And then we've actually given you guys a bonus day. So the interviews end on Monday, but we have a bonus day on Tuesday, like another 24 hours after the interviews are done for you to go through and pick out your gifts. And what I love is Jay's grounding in this is that it's like, we don't want you to go in and just click, 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 get gifts for all 73 gifts or however many there are. We really want you to take your time and find what serves you. Get on the list and get the gifts that really serve you. So if you're like, I'm so overwhelmed, there's so many gifts, watch these live streams. Just rewatch them and then you can be like, oh, I like her. Oh, I like him. Oh, I don't like them. I don't want their gift. You can kind of go through and figure out who you really want to kind of learn from.
Yeah. So go to Jvology giveaway. Jvology giveaway. I've said that a million times this week. The gifts are there. You can even read up about the contributors and the people that you're looking at. That gives you a little bio on them, and there's lots of great stuff there. So go check it out. And thank you for joining me for the end of today, Charisse. I really appreciate it. So fun to spend time with you as always.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Corey. And thank you to all of our contributors who have been giving their time to talk about their gifts. And thank you to all of you who are watching live and who are watching the replay. We really appreciate your support. We love having you here.
Absolutely. All right. So have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.